reverse engineer your truth. It's all self-awareness and then putting yourself in a position to succeed.
Mix patience with ambition and hope that I get gratitude. Other times I hope that I get Spanish chicks with attitude.
No, it's not easy telling your truth.
What is up, everybody? So, back to what I said on that last vlog. Of life, there's really no time off, man. Like, karma and the universe or God is always watching, and you can't escape your integrity. You can't escape your conscience. You can't escape your destiny, or not your destiny, because honestly, I believe you create your destiny. I believe you create that, definitely. But we all have certain gifts, and most of the time we want to direct our destiny, our future, towards those gifts. And that's what I kind of think about destiny like that. It's a combination of our gifts and where do we want to take these gifts. Because our gifts are natural talents, the one that we're born with, that we've since a child have had, and then what we want to do with those, what kind of future we want, what kind of ideals we have for ourselves. I think that's where destiny kind of comes together. It's in your gifts and what you create out of them. That's what I think of as destiny. But that's my take on that. But so you can't escape your conscience, man. Like, and that's why I think life is full time. Like, there's no such thing as time off. Like, your cup, you as a piece of life. I'm talking, like, when I say keep your cup full, I'm talking you as a piece of life. You don't want to overflow it. You don't want to put too much in it, because the more you put in it and the more you overflow it, the more you're going to have to clean up. The more you're going to have to empty it and clean up. And metaphorically, what I'm saying there is, the more if you overflow it, you're overwhelming yourself. You're stressing yourself. The more you do that, the more time you're gonna have to take to really to calm your mind, to get back to that joyful state of being. So that's why keeping your cup full is important. But it's also important, it's just as important to check in with yourself to make sure it's not overflowing. And it's just as important to make sure that it's not empty. Because if it's empty, then you're not living up to your potential. You're not manifesting what you can manifest. But when you're trying to put too much in the cup, then it's only counterproductive and counterintuitive to do so. You gotta live in the now. You gotta live in the now and check in with yourself continuously on a moment-to-moment basis. And make sure that you keep that cup full. Keep that cup full. And a lot of the things that I've talked about, the whole system, the whole balance that I'm trying to make is aimed really at keeping my cup full so that I can give my best continuously to the world. That's what it's really about, man. So guilt doesn't help in keeping your cup full. Guilt only feeds negativity in your life, okay? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to guilt yourself. Just be honest, correct it, and go. Just fill your cup or empty it if it needs to be emptied. And then continuously check in with yourself. That's where I've kind of failed, or that's where I haven't lived up to the potential that I can, and continuously checking in with myself on a moment-to-moment basis. There's levels to that, and you just gotta take it moment to moment, and make sure you keep checking in with yourself to make sure that you're doing that. No guilt, just intuition. Or intuition, wherever your intuition comes from, who knows? A combination of this and this. So, yeah, man. That's it for now.
What's up? I put the mic on. It'll probably make some difference in the audio, but don't worry, guys. I'm gonna cut all this shit tomorrow. I'm going to the barbershop tomorrow, I'm actually going to Great Clips. It's not a barbershop, more like whatever it is. Yeah, I'm getting this cut tomorrow. But I've spent a few hours editing vlogs for the next week because I have them already. This is going to be the last one I edit. So after that, I'm probably going to go to bed. I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule because shit, I've been going to bed at like 5 or after 4 definitely every time. And then I wake up late, or if I gotta go to work, then I wake up like I'm barely any sleep, which kind of sucks. But I definitely wanted to talk about something, and I definitely just forgot. But shit. It's honestly been fun to edit these videos. Sometimes I put pressure on myself and I forget. That's what it's like, really, really, really. Like whenever you get lost, you just forget. Or at least in my experience, now that I know certain things about life, whenever I take a detour, it's only because I forget. Like, I constantly put pressure on myself to do these things, and it's about switching like the intention behind it. You know, like when you switch the intention from having to do something to wanting to do it because it's what you want to do, it's what makes you happy, and it's what you can do from a place of love. When you make that switch, like, your whole state of being changes. The way you do it and how you feel while you do it changes dramatically. So really, in this transition of this change, I still struggle with I keep putting pressure on myself, and as if I have to do this. No. So the reason I'm doing all this is because I want to do it. This is what I want to do in my life. But it's an ongoing process to change, you know. You can't change overnight, like, especially after you've gone years upon years on years on years on years. You know, just shit. I shouldn't have said that many years because I'm not that old. After you've gone, but definitely, you know, like, since a kid, everybody has taught me, and I've learned from everywhere, or, you know, most examples that I've had, whenever they look at work, it's something that they gotta do. It's not something that they want to do because they love to do it and because it comes from their heart. So that's been my mindset too, you know, that mindset stuck on with me whenever I thought about work and whenever I started working initially. And yeah, it's about making that mental shift. That no, it's not about pressure. It's not about you have to do this. It's about you want to do this because it comes from your heart, and because you find purpose in this. You know, everybody has to find their way to purpose, because if you're living for yourself, you're only gonna last so long. Like, you're gonna get to a point where it's not enough. And you're gonna notice that through purpose, you know, committing yourself to a bigger cause than just yourself, that's what's gonna fulfill you. That's how you're gonna leave a real legacy in the world. And that's a big part of what fuels me. Legacy, leaving a legacy, and my death. You know, like, that's one factor my mortality that makes me, that is a bit of pressure, because in the sense that I want to apply speed to the things that I love doing and the things that I want to do. I want to do things with speed and not waste time, as fast as I can. Whenever it comes to creative processes like music, you can only go as fast as your creative goes. But it's about not wasting time, and definitely my mortality is the biggest and should be the only pressure, now that I think about it. See, like, a lot of the things that I say, man, like, it's hard for me to even make sense out of them. So hey, if you got questions, let me know. Anything I can help with, I will. Because while I explain this shit, I keep giving clarity, or I keep gaining clarity on what I'm actually trying to say, and where my state of mind is, and just my perspective on life at that point, and how I'm applying it and learning from it, and growing it every day. This definitely helps. So yeah, become aware of your mortality and become aware of your potential. And just remember. Yeah, man, just remember why you're doing this. I feel like there's a deeper meaning to that word, remember. And it comes to that concept, or that spiritual philosophy, that spiritual truth, or the spiritual concept that many spiritual leaders talk about, that we're all one, and that life, it's scientific now, life is just one big energy manifesting itself in a million different ways. And everything is interconnected. I feel like there's a deeper meaning to this remember word. And I don't want to say it just because I feel it. I do feel it, but I definitely heard it from somebody else, just watching those videos that I be watching, man. That wisdom that I be researching constantly. I don't remember exactly. I think it was from Infinite Waters that I saw this. Remember, coming back to the source, or becoming aware that we're all one, and knowing what you got to do from that place. Hey, I think there's something to that. But as I always say, don't believe shit I say, man. Just go experience this for yourself. Seek your truth. And a lot of the things that you're going to find in your truth are probably going to be the same as many other people that have searched their truth. I don't think it's a mistake that every spiritual person that has gone deep in their consciousness and in observing the nature of reality, I don't think it's a mistake that they all came back with a very, very similar message and a very, very similar truth. I don't think there's a mistake in that. So, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Much love, everybody. Peace out. Share this video. The faster I'm able to grow to the point where the faster I'm able to grow, and the faster I'm able to leverage this brand in order to make a living. I'm not gonna sell anything through this YouTube. Like, maybe if I ever write a book, I'll sell that. But mostly, like, I say that because I want to get to the point, where I can live off this and I don't have to go serve. Even though I really like serving. I do. I really like serving. It's good money. But still, if I could just focus on making music, that would be the essential plan, man. And all the other things that I want to do, you know, meditating constantly. I want to get to the point where I can do 4 hours of meditation, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm not going to be selling anything through here. I've thought about writing a book, but that's like way in the future. But I know the faster my brand grows, the more I'll be able to, because I want to start a podcast too. Like, for example, the bigger my brand is, the more I'm going to be able to, I want to start a podcast where I interview people. So the bigger my brand is, the more leverage I'm going to have to be able to bring in guests, you know, important people or important guests, people that I consider interesting and that I consider could be helpful, that I think could be helpful and could give my audience value, could give y'all value. So, yeah, and it's all with the intention and purpose to help more people and get my message out there, because I think the message of truth should go mainstream, and that's what should be the main focus, man. Like, the motherfucking news, mainstream media needs to be talking about the truth. Just a little segment, man. Just give it 5 minutes every fucking day to talk about the truth, the spiritual truth, or there's many aspects of this truth, but you know, something related to it. Something that will help people get to their own truth. Like, maybe tell them, hey, for these next 5 minutes, we're going to do a collective meditation. That would be dope. That would be dope. But yeah. And you know, the faster I'll be able to leverage the brand, and the faster I'll be able to make money off it somehow, you know, either through my music or through speaking, because I want to get into speaking at some point, maybe write a book. Who knows what I'm going to do. But I know mostly at first, I know my income is going to have to come from music. And that's what I'm focused on, you know. So, but this whole brand is all interconnected, you know. The more I grow my YouTube, the more attention I'll have on my music. So it's all interconnected, man. But yeah, don't share this just because I said that. Share this if you think this is going to help somebody. And I'm going to leave it at that now. Much love, everybody. Keep sharing the truth. Keep speaking your truth and seeking your truth. And don't hold it back for anybody or anything. Peace out.
Intuition, that's the rhythm that I'm grooving with. Tell me what's your energy. Show me what you're moving with. I ain't new to this. Don't be stupid, bitch.
The only real revolution happens right inside of you. I said what good is taking over when we know what you're gonna do. The only real revolution happens right inside of you.